Hi guys. Sorry, I had to send a text before we got in here. I forgot to do it. Hi. Hi. How are you guys? Sorry, it's kind of late. I meant to go sooner. Yes, such a good game yesterday, right? Did you get to watch? It was local on Kansas City Network, so I did. I have Peacock anyway, though, so that was nice. I tried to update. I was watching the Lions game, but I was only like half watching, I have to admit. Oh, the jacket was so good. The jacket was so good. Yeah, we can talk about the jacket. I want to talk about everything. So good. Your dad got a picture? That's awesome. Mine's just one. Okay. Let's talk about Taylor's jacket. And also, at the same time, her pictures with Brittany, because they were just so cute. Yeah, Taylor Lautner wore a jacket as well. It was so cute. I have to admit I was surprised because I didn't know if she would do that, wear his name, you know? I wasn't sure. Sorry, I felt like my music was like super loud. I wasn't sure if she would do it, you know? Yeah, they are. Sometimes, guys, I do a little light gardening before I come on my lives. Sorry. That's basically what my subscription content is at this point. So, like, if those are your kind of Taylor thoughts, that's what's in my subscription. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm obsessed with it being his last name, like, on her jacket. I don't know why it seemed like a deal. I did hear that she got 100,000 new followers. I'm so excited for her. Yeah, thanks, guys. It was just super cute. I don't know why it felt like such a big deal to be wearing his name and number like that. Like, she's been wearing his number basically all year, but like not in a jersey style, you know what I mean? Yeah, super cute. And I like how, like, there's a couple different options here, right? At the Chiefs games. Like, she could, I don't have a picture of her in the crowd off the top here. Okay, here we go. She could continue to sit. I know, sorry. She could continue to sit up in the skybox where there's no fans near her, right? And they could have opened the windows on the skybox and seen the game just fine. No crowd interference. But she sat in the lower in the Kelce box with the windows open. I don't know. It's just cute. And she was having so much fun. And just looked like she was like the life of the party in that suite, honestly. It looked so much fun. Yeah, and Donna reposted the video of them all swag surfing on Facebook. It was cute. It does sound like her and Travis were at the Mahomes today. I heard that too. I was talking to Teresa to Hoppy about it if she's in here. It sounds like Travis, and then it sounds like Taylor says something at the end of that video too. But yeah, do we want the Bills or Steelers to win? Okay, let's talk about this. So, the Bills and the Steelers play tomorrow night, Monday night, in Buffalo, okay? So the Bills are a higher seed than the Chiefs. So that means if the Bills win their game tomorrow, we would play the Bills in Buffalo for the next game, okay? We want to play in Arrowhead as much as possible. So in order for us to play in Arrowhead at the next game, We need the Bills to lose to the Steelers. That would mean the Chiefs would play the Texans in Kansas City. So, yeah, we want the Steelers to win tomorrow night. No, we don't need anyone injured. We just need them to maybe have an off day, right? Or just not have the chemistry. Or just need to say the Steelers need a little bit of extra good manifesting right now, you know? Hey, Chelsea, how are you? Yeah, that's true. And I honestly am not afraid to say that, like, it's because I'm intimidated of the Bills. Like, the Bills are a great team. So, if I could avoid playing them, the Ravens too. I hope the Ravens, sorry, lose their next game so that the Chiefs don't have to play them. Consider a compliment, I guess. People said that about the Chiefs for years, so. Yeah, we want the easiest road. Hey, Teresa, I was just talking about you, how we were talking about the video Brittany Mahomes uploaded on her Instagram story of bronze today. And you can hear, it sounds like Travis and maybe Taylor in the background, but the Bills don't have to lose. The Chiefs are going to play next round no matter what because we won our game. So we don't need the Bills to lose in order to play next. But we want them to lose so that the next game is in Kansas City. If the Bills lose, we play the Houston Texans in Kansas City. Yeah, it's like the video. Okay, hold on. I've been getting, by the way, you guys, like strikes for reposting. It's wild. I've been getting strikes for reposting like Taylor photos, which is like the same thing every other Swift Talker creates. But like my videos are getting like not pushed to FYP and stuff. It's wild. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm pulling up the video right now. It's on Brittany's. Okay.
Go Bronze.
That's all it is. It's nothing super special, but I think you can faintly hear them, but I'm not totally sure, which is why I don't think I would put it in a video. Swiftie meetup in Kansas City? Yeah, for sure. I was dying when I saw that picture of Ross holding the back of her jacket. So funny. Like, he was like, this girl. She's gonna cause a problem. No, Travis isn't gonna travel. They can't, they won't, they shouldn't be traveling right now. He'll stay at home. They'll watch the game. Maybe at home, maybe with each other, maybe with the team, maybe in small groups, whatever, but he'll stay home. I know a couple people were like, well, what if it's Jason's last game? It doesn't matter. It's not Travis's last game. And that's one of just like the harsh realities of the NFL, right? Is that like they can't put themselves at a disadvantage to be sentimental in those situations. Yeah, it sucks, but I have seen Taylor in concert. I'm really lucky. My birthday fell around the time of her concerts, so I got to go to Speak Now. I went to Red, 1989, Reputation, and the Eras Tour. I've been lucky. I watched some of the games today. I was like, meh, back and forth. But I wasn't like paying attention. Yay, Canada, that'll be fun. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Stephanie. I thought it sounded like Taylor and Travis, but like I can't be sure, and like I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to put that in a video. But yeah, I thought it sounded kind of like them. I just love that they're like all friends. It seems really cute. It seems nice. Just hanging out, watching football, you know? You're going to the Miami show. That's so exciting. Oh, I loved the pictures Brittany posted because it seems like every other week. And I don't know if it's like this for all of you guys too, or if it's like, if my experience is a little bit more like pointed because I'm in Kansas City, so I see a lot more of that. But I feel like every week someone is saying like, oh, Brittany Mahomes screwed it up with Taylor again in some other way. And it's exhausting, you know? I'm drinking coffee. I am pretty much unaffected by caffeine at this stage in life. And I was really cold sitting by the fireplace earlier, so I made myself some coffee. So I'm just finishing off my coffee. Yeah, and I think a lot of it, like with people just talking about Brittany Mahomes, is that like for some reason like people just hate her, and it's just too much. It's just too much. I know, I did see the Lions won. Yeah. There was an article, and please just don't go looking for it because it's garbaggio, that Taylor and Travis got into a fight on Christmas. It was trash. Don't go looking for it. Yeah, I think it seems like to me Brittany and Taylor have a lot in common. And like at these games, like Brittany gets to like have fun, and like she has her kids there, but she usually has help with the kids at the games so she can enjoy it, you know? And it's just like a fun time out to support her husband and be with her friends. And I'm just really glad that like Taylor had someone there to like bring her into the fold, you know? Lindsay Bell too. They all seem to be like good friends. It's very cute. It's very cute. I also, you guys, who gives a fuck if they got into a fight on Christmas? Who fucking cares? I fought with my husband last night, and we're still happy as shit. It's wild, you know? I mean, like, and they're 34 years old. Who cares? I am truthfully concerned if you don't fight with your significant other. I just think that's so weird to care about that, you know? If they were fighting, great. That means they're both comfortable expressing that they're uncomfortable in certain situations. Congratulations on the communication if you're fighting. Right, that's exactly it, Lisa. Who cares? We don't think they fought on Christmas, and we don't care if they did. There was an article going around on like Life and Style magazine or some shit. Please don't look it up. It was total trash. They didn't have anything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? And like they posted it right before the game because they knew that people would be searching for her and stuff. It was just very opportunistic. Yeah. I think very clearly Mama Kelce likes her. I don't know why anyone would say She doesn't. They were dancing together. That was super cute. I think Mama Kelce is a 60-something-year-old woman. And Taylor is a 34-year-old woman dating her son. Like, I think they seem like they have a very normal relationship for those kinds of people. I think Donna, this is funny, thank you. I think Donna Kelce also, like, raised two very masculine, like, football boys. Though emotionally intelligent they are, we must acknowledge they are still very, like, masculine boys. And Taylor is very much a girl's girl. And so she might not immediately, like, understand Taylor's energy sometimes. You know what I mean? It's just, because that doesn't seem like Donna Kelce to me either. But I do think they vibe. I think they get along just fine. I just don't think that we should be expecting her to be besties with his mother either, you know? I absolutely think that's it, is that Donna wants to protect the privacy. I agree 100%. I feel like she is extra cautious because I think that I feel like she would hate to make things bad for Taylor or Travis or them as a couple, you know? And so she would rather come off as a bitch or, you know what I mean, a little bit rude to protect their peace. And I love that for her. That's, yeah, such a mom. Love her so much. She's being very cautious because you guys also forget, like, how invasive some of these questions are. Asking Travis during a football interview if he's falling in love. Constantly asking Donna if she knows about Taylor's travel plans. I mean, it's very invasive to ask of her boyfriend's mother, you know? Yeah. And I do think that she's a little bit more stoic by nature anyways, right? Like, she's not an overly expressive or emotional person. Or at least we haven't seen that side of her if she is. So, yeah. I just think they all sound like great people. So I will not take any hate or slander. Cassie, hi! Hi. Guys, if you don't follow Cassie Joy, I just saw her pop up. Cassie, say something. She's a singer. I went to, like, kindergarten, graduated high school with her. There she is, Cassie Joy. Jimmy, can you pin her? I think I got her. You guys should follow her. She's an amazing singer. She was on The Voice. Yeah, you guys will love her. And she loves Taylor too. Yeah, we'll do a Swiftie meetup. I know Cassie's a Swiftie too, so maybe we can get her there. I was obsessed with the jacket, you guys. Like, I'm not over talking about the jacket. I know. I didn't think that okay, listen. She wore the number, she wore the bracelet, she wore the hat, like, all those things, right? But I wasn't expecting a jersey style name and number, I gotta admit. I wasn't expecting that. Miss you, Cassie. We'll have to make plans to meet up. When you're in Kansas City, of course. I'll slide into your DMs. So tell me the tea about Kristen, about the girl that makes the jackets, because I know her husband plays for the Niners, right? And so she's been creating a lot of hers and her other WAGs stuff, right? Is she licensed to sell them through did she, like, buy the rights? You know what I mean? Like, are we worried about her getting in trouble or getting a cease and desist from the NFL? Are we trying to say that the NFL needs to partner with her? Because yes. Yeah, Britney's used her before. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the NFL was posting about her. That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems very strange. Yeah, the NFL did share her video. Once you purchase the jerseys, you can do whatever you want with them, so she's not doing anything. Yes, but I do think that they, like, you can't resell for profit if it has an NFL logo or something on it. That's why people, like, on Etsy and stuff, they, like, have to be very vague and can't use, like, official... Yeah. Swifty Sweetheart is here, too. Hi, girly. How are you? Yeah, I just didn't know what the vibe was. I hope you can buy a license to, like, sell stuff through the NFL, and you can do it that way. But it doesn't give you full creative control. So I just didn't know what the vibe was. Because, like, whatever she's doing, she needs to be doing it officially at all levels. I would buy all of that. It's incredible. Yeah, they need to partner with her in some way. Men's and women's. The thing is like, the NFL stuff has been the same garbage. I don't want to say garbage. That's not very nice. Sorry, I take it back. The NFL women's line has been really limited and really stereotypical for a very long time. The women's fit jersey is the worst women's cut of anything I've ever worn in my life. Making a jersey pink doesn't make it for women. Adding rhinestones doesn't make it for women. The NFL does have a very large female fan base with money to spend on merchandise. And so many of us have had to turn to fan-made merchandise because of this. That, like, if they would just partner with a female designer and, like, there's untapped potential there. Untapped. And that's just for women. You know what I mean? Like, they could do so many things that men would love and enjoy too, right? Erin Andrews does have her line, and it's cute, but it is very traditional to NFL standards. I wonder, like... The thing about Kristen's is that it's just, like, it's very fashion forward. Yeah, there's something different about it, and it's because they're not licensed. Like, I guarantee you that Erin Andrews had a lot of parameters on her line that she was, like, had to abide by. They need to get rid of them and give her more creative control as well. But that stuff was cute. Like, that is stuff that I would actually wear. She obviously does incredible work. She deserves whatever she can get from the NFL as far as partnerships go. I've also never seen a coat like that. Just never seen a coat like that. It was very cute. The only, like, big, warm Chiefs coats I've really ever seen are those huge, like, starter windbreaker type coats. And they're, like, coming back in fashion, right? Because they're vintage now and everyone loves them. But they're not super cute. Those were super cute. I do follow Kristen now. I do. Hi, Swifty. Oh, the walking out videos yesterday of Taylor and Travis? I always, like, every time we get one of those videos, I remember the first walking out video we had of them, like, being super awkward and, like, looking like they wanted to hold hands, but, like, not quite holding hands. And then mentally compare in my mind because it's so night and day different. And I'm just loving it for her. I'm loving it for her. Someone on one of my videos today commented and they were like, what is this, high school? And I was like, fucking yeah, I guess it is. I don't care. I'm obsessed. Do I know them? No, I don't care. There's a reason that high school dramas are popular. Did it hurt when I got my nose piercing? Yeah. Dude, that shit hurt. They're putting wow, that was loud as hell. They're putting, thank you guys for all the gifts. That's very nice of you. Putting a needle through your skin, it hurts. I literally, like, can't when people pretend that tattoos and piercings don't hurt. They hurt like hell. That's good information. I know, all the sound effects, and it's so loud. I'm like trying to turn my phone down, but it's okay, whatever. Yeah, no, and it's cartilage, right? Like, it hurts so bad. I just hate when people say that tattoos and piercings don't hurt, because they hurt. Like, it hurts. My eyes watered a ton. Like, I cried immediately, both eyes, just tears streaming. But it wasn't unbearable. It's bearable, like everything, you know. You can endure a lot more than you think you can as a person, for sure. I hope we see Taylor and Travis at the Met Gala. Let's talk about it. Listen, I don't think Travis is going to go to the Grammys. I think he's going to go to the Pro Bowl. Done. Actually, I think the Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl, and he's not going to go to the Pro Bowl either because he's going to have to stay and wait. Anyways, but I don't think he's going to the Grammys. I want the Met Gala. It's Monday, the first Monday in May, every year. Taylor is due to be seen at the Met Gala again. The last one she went was 2016 or 2017. It was the Bleach Yellow moment. It was like Marcus versus Machina was the vibe. Someone remind me. She wore the metallic with the black short thing. 2016. That was the last time. That was the Tom Hiddleston Met Gala, the one where she rumored to have met Joe Alwyn. And she's been gone from it ever since. And there's no way she doesn't get an invitation this year. She's Time Magazine's Person of the Year. There's just no way. This was the year of Barbie and Taylor Swift. We need a red carpet with Margot Robbie, Taylor Swift, and Beyonce. The theme is Sleeping Beauties. All incredible. I need to see Travis Kelce on that red carpet with Taylor Swift. And like one just additional piece that I find interesting is that the Met Gala would be something unrelated to basically what their careers are, right? It's not something music based to support Taylor. It's not something sports or football based for Travis. It's a fashion event. It's more neutral ground, right? Showing up there wouldn't be, you don't run the risk of one of them outshining the other because it's not an event to highlight one person or the other. You know what I mean? I guarantee you looks for the Met are already being planned, worked on. A lot of it depends on the designer and stuff. Some designers like contracted out very, very early who they're going to work with. Basically start watching. Like the ones I don't know, guys, who like tell me designers that you know Taylor likes a lot. Like I'm personally watching Christian Siriano. He posted a video of him sketching a gown that looked very fearless inspired. And he played Enchanted. Yeah, Oscar de la Renta. Yeah, huge one. Gucci. Yep. Like, watch those designer pages. Versace for sure. Like, they're going to start hinting at things that they're creating here in the next couple months. And that's kind of when we'll see. I would love to see them. Oh, Queen Bee Crown is here. Stella McCartney. Yeah, I could see that. Ooh, speaking of Stella McCartney, let's talk about this, you guys. I haven't put this in a video yet. I'll probably do it tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. She's been talking about the UK a lot. Again. And she always has. Like, she has a love affair with the UK, I feel. But it's coming up a lot. It's just coming up a lot, right? And so many of these designers that she's wearing, like just the crushed velvet dress that she wore the other day, the green crushed velvet, was a UK-based designer. A small business that never thought that someone like Taylor Swift would ever purchase from them. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if London might be one of the London shows or one of the UK, let's just say UK shows for now, but I'm thinking probably London will be the site of an announcement or a watch party or something for a new album. My guess is debut just because of how timelines are going. Let's look it up, guys. When does she play in London? Because as it stands, I think we're going to get Reputation in April. So, I know she's playing in Wembley. Okay. Wembley Stadium, June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And then August 15, 16, 17, 19, and 20. Okay, so August. I think that sounds good. Honestly. I'm just gonna Did you guys ever watch Daniel Tosh? He used to say this thing, just toshing it out there. I'm just toshing it out there. That I think there's a chance we might see a debut self-titled announcement in Wembley Stadium in August. I don't know which day yet. I'm not clowning that much. I just think it's possible just because of how much we're talking about the UK and how many London-based designers she's been wearing recently. That is a very on-brand Easter egg for Taylor to drop, you know? That's so funny. Why not June? I guess June is possible too. Personally, I think if we're going to see Reputation in April, a June one would make sense too. She's been doing some of those re-records super close together. I just feel like it would be more impactful to, similarly to the Fearless and the Red Taylor's version releases, to leave a little bit more time. I think that Reputation and Debut have the opportunities to be the two largest re-records that Taylor released. I saw a piece of that message, girl. I'm into it. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but I'll check it as soon as I'm off. Reputation, I feel like, is the fan favorite, right? So, like, whatever she does with it, we're going to eat it up. It's going to be huge. In Debut, without a doubt, she's going to crush Original Debut's numbers, probably in the first week of streaming, right? But it's going to sound the most different, you know? It's a difference of, 17, 18 years in her voice. I think that she would drop it again. Do you think she'll announce something big on the last night of tour? I'm not sure. I used to think that there's a troll. If there's any mods in here, they'll pick them up. Thank you, mods. Everyone, can we say snaps for mods? We love them. Thank you, Jimmy. Everyone say thank you, Jimmy. We love you. You're the best. I do think the Kelces are all... Hey, Kayla. I do think the Kelces are all going to go to the Eras Tour. And I do think the Kelces are going to go to one of the UK Eras Tour shows. So that's something to think about as well. With a potential debut announcement. I don't know, guys. I'm not fully clowning into that. That was literally something that's just been sort of like itching in the back of my brain for a little bit. I voiced it for the first time here, so I haven't totally hashed out the details. But I think it's very possible that we see something announced at Wembley. Wembley is iconic. So how could Taylor, the icon, not go out and do iconic shit when she's in Wembley, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of the Kelce kids would do the 22 hat. I have a feeling that it's strange with kids because I don't know. You're submitting them to a level of limelight that they wouldn't have been submitted to had they not been put in that situation. So you have to weigh yourself if you're okay with that. And it's a very personal decision for every parent. So who knows? They've had them on the podcast before, true. And so that's valid. So obviously they're not trying to keep them, completely secret from the public, but it still is an additional level of visibility that they will have on the internet that they need to consider. Oh my gosh, the next song analysis. I know, I meant to put it out for you guys, and I just got so sidetracked with all the football stuff this weekend. I'm so sorry. Probably tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm thinking. Yeah, probably Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, Jason and Travis have talked a few times about doing a podcast in London. So Yeah. Oh, it looked like it was Photoshopped. That's a bummer. I hate that people Photoshop that stuff, right? Like, grow up. And Australia, Jamie, it's nice of you to mention Australia because I have a theory about Australia. Have you heard it yet? You're a subscriber, so I'm going to go ahead and say you have, but that's the amount of times that Australia has been mentioned on the podcast is part of the reason I think we're getting an announcement February 23rd or February 24th in Sydney. I've got a whole playlist on it. If that's news to you, please see my 223 playlist. There's so much and it's so good. Trust me. It's not like we're not doing crazy Easter egg. I promise I'm not reaching too hard on some of these. Like, trust me. Tokyo is the only other date personally that I'm entertaining because I've also noticed some of those Easter eggs. I think it's very possible we could see things come on both dates. Like, and by that I mean an album announcement on one date and like a single or a music video on the other date or something like that. Because truly I have been noticing those clues for both of those things. So, there's also the possibility that Taylor is just throwing like a million red herrings at us. And that's something that we just like have to admit. And so I could be totally wrong because she could just be throwing a million red herrings and I'm the only idiot that's picking up on it. So that's just me. But I don't know. I just believe in like the stuff that's right in front of our face, right? And I just taking it at face value. And like, I cannot get it out of my head. The Eras Tour clock starts at 2:24. Like, why would we not take that number as it is, 2:24? You know? 2:24. When is Beyonce getting in the mix? There is a pretty solid fan theory floating around about Beyonce being on a Reputation vault. What do you guys think? You're trying to get into Taylor? I think it depends on what kind of music you like. What other kind of music do you like? Like, what's your favorite album right now? Here's the thing about Beyonce on a Reputation vault. It would be iconic. I don't know if it's going to happen. I just don't think it would happen. It's not impossible. Nothing's impossible, especially not with Taylor Swift. We just don't know. I just don't know if they would, you know? I would die for a Beyonce feature. I just don't know if they would. Because I also think the second they get on a track together, the first thing that's going to happen is people are going to go, there needs to be more Beyonce on this record, or there needs to be more Taylor on this record, or I want to hear this version only on Beyonce. I only want to hear this version only Taylor. And so, like, that's also not something that they're wanting to do, right? Is like, so that's something to consider. People suck. I also was clowning for Harry to be on 1989 tracks. I rode that clown car until the wheels fell off, girl. To the day 1989 came out, I was like, cannot wait to hear the vault track that Harry's on. Nope. Nope. Yeah, instead he got dragged. And that is... I don't know how we didn't know that that track even existed 3 months ago. You know what I mean? 3 months ago. Harry doesn't do features, but it's something else when Taylor Swift asks you, right? Yeah. Lord in 1989 would have been good too. How did she keep it? So here's the thing, guys, too, right? Like, she's also, these vault tracks, like, she's editing them, right? She has to be, because her songwriting has grown so much since these original re-records. Like, she's stretched her songwriting ability, like, so far, right? There's no way these vault tracks she's not at least editing or updating to make them better. Just because, like, some of the cadence and writing styles is really consistent with, like, 2023, 2022 Taylor, like, those themes we keep hearing. And I love it for it. It's like Taylor's getting to rewrite her old works to make them better for us. And because we don't have any nostalgia tied to, like, the OG version that Taylor scrapped from the OG album, like, we get to hear just the finished product, and that's why Is It Over Now is so good to me. An all too well 10-minute version. Hi Tanya. I think we're getting our Reputation announcement in Australia, personally. I have a 223 playlist on this. You should check it out. Does my husband like Taylor Swift? Yes. He came to the Reputation show, and he came to one of my Eras Tour shows with me. He's not going to New Orleans with me. I'm going with a group of friends. We each individually bought our tickets. And it was like my husband and I needed to be like, okay, collective, we've spent too much money on Taylor Swift concerts. So, it was just a me thing for New Orleans. Yeah, I don't think Tokyo. I've been seeing 223 and 224 clues since, like, May. I mean, March, honestly, since the Eras Tour started. Husband's favorite album is Reputation. I think that she's announcing debut. We were just kind of talking about this a little bit. I think that there's a chance that she announces something when she's in London. Because of how much she's been talking about the UK and stuff, and how many London-based designers she's been wearing lately. So I think there's a chance she announces debut during one of her Wembley stops in either June or August. Personally, I like August with the September release. But yeah, I don't really have too much evidence to back either of those things. I don't think she'll ever drop 2 albums at once. Jake Deaton has, like, the best videos on these, honestly, because he's really good with, like, charts and explaining that. But two albums coming out at once, like, in our heads, we immediately think, like, oh my gosh, she would take over the charts because there would be 2 albums, both charting. And I think it's possible that could happen, but I think what's more likely is that they would end up, like, you're a Swiftie, you can only listen to one song at a time on your Spotify. So I think in the end what would happen is they would just kind of, like, battle against each other and bring the total streams down for each other's album. And so, like, that's not what Taylor wants. Like, Taylor does like the accolades and the number ones and, you know, getting top 10 songs on Billboards. Hi, you're in Kansas City. That's awesome. And yeah, only one can go number 1, and she loves getting number 1s. So I just don't think there's financially, from just marketing, financial points, like award accolade points, train of thought, I don't think she would ever double drop anything at this point. I also don't think that she's ever going to surprise drop anything, not without pre-orders being able to happen and packed up. We've talked about that before, I know, in my lives, but Evermore, she learned from that, and I just don't think it's going to happen again. Yeah, she's not going to break that record for, most consecutive number 1s. No, she wants to keep that for sure. What happened with Evermore? So, Evermore wasn't a failure by any means. Please don't get me wrong. Evermore's a great album. Again, Jake Deaton explains this better than I can. But basically what happened with Folklore and Evermore is they were both surprise drops. Folklore went number 1, okay? And basically what happened between Folklore and Evermore is Billboard changed the rules on pre-sales. During the Folklore era, if you pre-ordered a physical copy of the album, either CD or vinyl, it counted towards the first week of sales for that album, regardless of if it was in stock or ready to ship or anything like that, okay? So all of the pre-sales counted. So it went number 1, right? But that rule changed before Evermore came out. When Evermore came out, those pre-sales only counted in your first week if those items were physically shipped off in the first week. So what that means is they need time to actually like make the CDs and vinyls and have them ready to ship out on album drop day so that they count towards that first week of sales. And that unfortunately just takes, it just takes a lot of time to make. So yeah, it doesn't mean the album is less successful in our eyes or that it wasn't, as good, because it's incredible. It just means it didn't chart, and it was just probably a dumb oversight that like, marketing team didn't recognize or didn't think would have, that much of an impact, but it did. So I don't think that she would risk that by doing a surprise drop, I know they showed Eminem so much during that Lions game. And they're just going to say, oh, well, it's because he's a Detroit native. It's because he did an NFL bit. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just go crazy here. Thanks for the follows, guys. I talk a lot about football and the Chiefs on my page. And honestly, just anything Taylor Swift. Fashion. Lyrics. I talk a lot about like just casual misogyny, especially when it comes to Taylor Swift. So if that's something you enjoy hearing, please follow me, because I've landed on the wrong side of TikTok a couple times and I hated it every single time. It's never fun. And no matter how many like good comments or anything like that you get, like the people making and saying mean shit they always do like bug you, you know what I mean? So I don't know how people like Taylor or Brittany Mahomes do it. People are so nasty to them. It's abhorrent. I can't imagine how they sleep at night. Thank you, Tanya. That's so nice. Yeah, Eminem does have privilege that Taylor doesn't. And Taylor has a ton of privilege that a lot of other people don't, like Beyonce. And Beyonce has more privilege than, you know what I mean? We can go down the list. But just because Taylor does have more privilege than other people doesn't mean we shouldn't acknowledge the privilege Eminem has over Taylor, Thank you, Beats. And I'm not, trying to like pick on anyone. I don't think anyone even said anything like that. But, yeah. It's just one of those like patriarchy in play, and like we can see it and recognize it. But, Harper, I thought she wouldn't wear a Kelce jersey. I was very vocal about that. That's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys when I'm wrong. I was wrong AF. Wrong AF. I didn't think she would wear a Kelce jersey either. I was very surprised. In the best way. Very surprised in the best way. Lisa, that's very nice of you. I need to get some Botox, I think. I don't really have the skin to be a content creator either. Yeah, and then it's like, where does she go from here, right? Like, what does she wear from here? Yeah, you guys, and like, I'm not going to backtrack or double down. I totally said that. I was like, I don't think she would do it. But I've also said this, you guys, and it's that Taylor Swift has constantly been surprising me when it comes to her relationship with Travis Kelce. And take this as yet another example of her surprising me. I thought that she would never go to a Chiefs game and sit front row. And she did. I thought that she would never wear his number, and then she had it on a bracelet, and then on her hat, and then on her, and then she wore a jersey. Like, I am constantly impressed by them, and they're constantly proving me wrong. And it's one of those things that like, oh my gosh, if she's happy, I'm so happy to be proved wrong, I would rather be respectful and wrong than disrespectful and right, Yeah, and like, that's why I just don't like, I'm not going to ever speculate on like engagement or marriage or anything like that. I'd rather just be respectful and wrong about it, I love Travis Kelce. I've always loved Travis Kelce, to be fair. I was born and raised a Chiefs fan. My dad was born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri. So I've been a Chiefs fan my entire life. Travis Kelce has been my favorite player for a while. before Taylor for sure. Because I like tight ends. I think it's like just one of the most dynamic positions in football, right? And yeah, now the fact that Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift is like makes him not just the best football player, but like the smartest. Oh my God, I know. Did you see the pictures of Ross holding onto Taylor's coat out the, it was just crazy. Just crazy. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I came across a video today of just a Chiefs fan that was like, he was showing a video of Taylor like swag surfing with everyone in the suites. Chiefs Swifties are winning right now, like honestly. Anyways, it was this guy and he was just like kind of duetting the video, and he was like, Chiefs fans were like, you know, unsure about Taylor at first, but like at this point she's just like part of the family and like she's hype and we love her. And I commented on it and I was like, if anything, like Taylor's always going to bring energy. You know what I mean? Like she does that no matter what she's doing. So especially when she's showing up to support somebody, like she's going to bring the energy. But it just felt really nice to see someone who looked, in my opinion, looked traditionally hyper masculine, acknowledge that she was not hurting the game, not harming anything, was having just as much fun as the rest of us were watching. And yeah, just loved it. I really think that they match each other's energy so well. Yeah, most of the Chiefs fans I talked to have been supportive of her from the very beginning as well. But I also don't know if my spaces are just hyper curated because I'm such a Swiftie. You know what I mean? Same person in different fonts. They're so fun. They're so fun. And it just makes me so happy that like they're not being shy about who they are individually or together, right? And so we're getting these moments of her singing in the suites. We're getting these moments of him singing in the VIP tent in Argentina. It's just very cool. It's very cool. Avery, my favorite Taylor song changes literally by the minute. I have like a solid 6 that go in rotation. Thanks for the gifts, you guys. That's so nice. I wonder if Travis sees the hype stuff while she's playing too. For sure, the New Heights intern is on Swift Talk. For sure. And there's so many people that I know that like tag them in videos. So like, I'm sure that their social media team stays busy. Like they see stuff for sure. So at minimum, I think they see like the hyper viral stuff. Being openly a Swiftie again has been really changing my views on so much, including my friends. Melinda, I think that's probably a fair statement. It sounds sad, so I'm sorry if you've been going through a rough time, but I've learned, like, here I am 34, and like even when I started talking about Taylor Swift on socials, I like at first like blocked people I knew, right? Blocked people I went to high school with. Didn't tell my family immediately. And then finally I was just like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. So I still sometimes have a tendency to like get a little bit embarrassed or shy about what I'm posting, or like, oh my gosh, you saw my TikTok, and then like, you know, apologize or overcompensate or change the subject. But I'm getting better at just not giving a shit. I can't rate Taylor's albums ever really either. I can say without a doubt my favorite is Midnight's. My most nostalgic is Red. My favorite songwriting is probably Evermore. My favorite era is Reputation. It's just, everything's so different, you know? That's the great thing about being a Swiftie, is you can be any age and be a Swiftie. 5 or 59. People have been treating you badly for being a Swiftie. I'm so sorry. I think that probably speaks more about their character than yours, right? If there's anything I've learned about Swifties is that they're not really mean people. So being mean to someone for being a Swiftie is so like, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I honestly, I probably get made fun of too. Tons. And my face is all over the internet. People call me a stalker every day in my comments and tell me to get a life. Someone told me the other day, stop living through Taylor. You're so obsessed. And I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am obsessed with her. Yeah, people are just fucking miserable. They're just fucking miserable. How terrible must your life be to not be a fan of anything, right? To not be a fan of anything, to not have anything that brings you joy. You must be a really miserable person. Taylor Swift brings me joy. The Chiefs bring me joy. It brings me joy that Taylor and the Chiefs have such a huge crossover at this point in time. Yeah, I think overall Swifties tend to be pretty respectful. Oh, thank you so much, Victoria. I am going to continue doing my restaurant reviews. It's hard because like that requires my entire family to go out to eat. You know what I mean? And we just don't usually go out that much. So we are going to do more. But my first one, I'm glad you liked it. I enjoyed doing it. It was really fun. So I'll keep doing them. And I'm sure they'll get better as I get more practice. So yeah, there's plenty of places for us to hit up. My list is getting longer by the day. I did see the video of Taylor yelling at the game. I am so happy that she feels comfortable acting herself at Chiefs games like that. Like, to just, have one person who's a huge Swiftie that, do they think that they're like a PR relationship? That's a narrative that I just like can't, now you're craving Corner Cafe. Corner Cafe is so good. The PR relationship is an angle that I like refuse to entertain, because if that's your angle on Taylor Swift, then you're just saying that she's a liar, basically. That she's lying to us. That she's brought her family basically on stage to perform with her. And that she's brought Travis's family on stage to perform as well. And that's strange to me. That's so strange. I've seen a lot of people say like, well, what Taylor acknowledges she's in an actual relationship, I'll admit it. And she did in the Time article. She did. You know, she did. So there's just not really a reason to not believe her, you know? Now, if you guys want to talk about PR relationship, I think Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles was a PR relationship. Fight me. Sorry. I loved him at first, and then I was like, ooh, I think that's PR. But I learned I wasn't alone, so. And I think something that people, like, also are just bad at acknowledging is that, like, you can be in a real relationship and also utilize PR, right? Taylor and Travis are 100% utilizing PR. They are using PR in their favor, for sure. They almost have to because of the nature of Taylor and what she does. They've never met. That's so weird. Yeah. So, like, I don't think people truly understand what that phrase means, PR relationship, a relationship concocted specifically for headlines. You can still use PR and not be in that kind of a relationship. And Taylor's a businesswoman, and she certainly has used her relationships to further her business. So, like, sure, whatever, but I don't think she would lie about it for PR. No. I personally don't like to speculate on engagement. I don't think that, first off, I consistently set the bar low with expectations or what I hope to see from Travis and Taylor. They consistently knock it out of the park and prove me wrong, and that's great, but I would rather be disrespectful and wrong than right and overstepping the boundary. You know what I mean? I would rather be respectful and wrong is what I meant to say. So I'm constantly sort of like undershooting it, right? But that's exactly it. Nobody's going out like that for a PR relationship. I also just am not super comfortable speculating on engagement and marriage. It's not a given to me in any relationship. It's very personal, and it's between the people in the relationship. So we don't know if they want to get married right now, if anything. I don't know if we ever will, to be honest with you. I really hope that if they ever choose to get engaged, that she chooses to share that with us. But I don't know if she would. Hi, Ro. How are you? She was so happy at those football games this weekend. Like, I don't know how you could look at that and think that that was a performance stunt in any way, shape, or form. Or like when she pointed and she was like, look at Travis, and started dancing a couple weeks ago, I think. She wore the letter jacket. Hi, Laura. Yeah, never seen her so happy. So, yeah, while I would love, of course, to see them like happily ever after, I just don't know if she'd ever share that with us if they ever choose to go that route. I don't think Taylor will ever share her relationship in the same way that Selena Gomez shares her relationships. I think that that is a privilege we have lost from Taylor Swift. I think she probably shares that to her private Instagram stories or friends only. But I think the larger public has lost that privilege from her. Do I think Taylor is an avid gardener? Yeah, I do. The Questlove party. Her inner circle, yeah, for sure. No. The Questlove party was a party thrown by a famous New York chef who is known to infuse her food with edibles, THC. Taylor went to 2 of those dinners. I think that's maybe why she was wearing the sunglasses the other night, guys. I don't think she was crying. I think she was maybe a little stony baloney. Yeah, 100%. I would love to just like sit in the circle with her and pick her brain about songwriting. Like, how did you get here? How did you come up with this? What did you mean when you said this? I should add gardening sub emojis. I'll do that for sure. That's basically what my subscriptions are right now, guys. If that's your thing, I just lightly garden and post some videos that range from totally normal to a little bit unhinged, but it's okay. I love you guys. I always keep it very honest. I don't think Selena's relationship is PR. I think, if anything, the way that she's framing this relationship is hurting her. I want Selena to permanently be off social media. I think that she needs that. Without announcing herself leaving, I think she just needs to get off of it and leave it. She's too beautiful and too sensitive almost. Not to say that people are not nice to her. I would be sensitive as well. I probably could not do social media if I was a celebrity. But But I just don't think she should be on social media. She should just use it for business only and leave it to her team. I love Selena as well. Thank you guys for all the gifts and stuff. That's so nice of you. I appreciate you. And she's made so much money with Rare Beauty. Would I like a collab from Taylor and Ari? I mean, sure. I just don't think they ever would. Chances are higher now that she's not with Scooter Braun. That's for sure. But I don't know if their voices complement each other very well. So I don't know if it would be something that we ever hear. I could see Ari more with Beyonce. I don't think Travis will start following her on socials. No. Because she doesn't follow him either. You know? So, meh. I would love a collab with Selena Gomez or Sabrina Carpenter. Sorry, guys. I gotta pop my fingers. Or Sabrina Carpenter. I would love that. I don't think we'll ever hear one with Olivia Rodrigo, at least not for the next, 10 years, probably. I told you guys before, I think that Taylor suggested that Olivia separate herself professionally from Taylor in order to, propel her career forward and not have it hinge on Taylor's success quite as much. And so I think that they'll... Yeah, the thing that I've been picking up from Travis and Taylor's Instagrams lately is that they're both using it for work mostly. So, I'm not from Canada. I'm in Missouri. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. I do think that Taylor probably has a private Instagram that she uses personally. I think that's clear. And maybe Travis does as well. Right. Anyway, guys. If I was a celebrity, I would have a secret account. I don't even know if I'd have a personal, celebrity account. Because, people are so fucking mean. Even in my comments, you guys. I don't even have 35,000 followers. And people are so fucking mean. What? You guys wouldn't believe it. And I stay in my comment section cleaning shit up. Deleting, blocking. There's even, TikTok makes it really hard. They, fold comments over, so you have to click it, and you can either approve or delete a bunch of them. You have to do it manually. And so that's why it, super frustrates me when I, call out misogyny, and I have women, mostly, in my comments going, no one's saying that. You're fucking welcome. If it's my page, you're not seeing it on. Because, I stay deleting this shit. So I can't imagine having a page like Brittany Mahomes or Taylor Swift or Selena Gomez. Yeah, I don't know. Men say the shittiest stuff first, but for some reason, in my experience on my videos, the people that are denying men saying that tend to be women. Men know they say it. They just double down and say it again. They just call me fat or something and move on. Which is fine. Or they make fun of my appearance, I should say. They make fun of my appearance in some way. Yeah. People hate Britney because they're misogynists. She and Travis started dating when they were in middle school, I think. They're high school sweethearts. Been together forever. When he was in college at Texas Tech, she tweeted a couple times, talking shit about the referees. Honestly, stuff that any sports fan has done in their existence. And people chewed her up and spit her out over it. because she was a woman who dared to have an opinion about football on the internet. You know, it was just really gross. And that sort of hate has just always followed her around. She cannot do anything right. She goes down on field. Look at her Instagram comments. She goes down on field to kiss her husband good luck before every single game. She's done that since high school. And people comment on her Instagram page like, oh my gosh, you only do this for attention. You've never done this before. You're only doing this for attention. Yeah, and that's not even true. There's one random video about her not tipping, which I have opinions about. It was $100 in Hollywood. So tell me how many things you can get in Hollywood for under $100. It sounds like a coffee order. And the person self-identified as a barista. And I know plenty of people that don't tip on a coffee order. I know plenty of people that don't individually tip when they stay in hotels either, because they leave a lump sum at the end of the trip. That's pretty standard. That is, yeah. Anyways, I don't even want to get into the tipping thing, because that's not nearly the kind of culture that I've heard in Kansas City from people who actually have said they've sat and eaten with her. I had people DMing me after that video that had served her in Hollywood and telling me like how much she had tipped, and it was vastly different from that. So I don't tolerate Brittany Mahomes slander. People always try to bring up Patrick's brother, and she never defended him either. She said that people didn't know what they were talking about when they called him gay, and people misappropriate that quote to his legal troubles, which I cannot address because TikTok will ban me. So let's leave it there. But I don't tolerate Brittany Mahomes slander in any way, shape, or form. She literally hasn't done anything. She didn't stand up for him. She said for people to shut up because they didn't know what they were talking about in response to him being gay. Yeah, she didn't say anything regarding his trial or arrest or whatever. And anyone who continues to comment that hasn't had the energy or the time, I guess, to look it up, because it's very easy to Google. And it's really sad that people continue to spread that stuff. It's such a huge bummer. Especially because obviously Taylor likes her. Yeah, I think Brittany is a strong woman who people really pick on. And that's such a huge fucking bummer that we're in 2024 and you can't celebrate your spouse or wear his number on a shirt without making it all about you. You know, that's crazy. That's really crazy. I've heard nothing but good things about Brittany Mahomes. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you to say. And yeah, and you know what? I don't know how. You know it's misogyny when people have nothing but praise to throw at Patrick Mahomes and then bad words to say about his wife. If you ever bring up the name Jackson Mahomes and you are holding Brittany accountable in any way but not Patrick, you are a misogynist. I don't know how else to tell you. It is not her fault if he's around in any kind of suites. It's her husband's brother. So, if you're holding anyone but Jackson Mahomes responsible for Jackson Mahomes and you're skipping over Patrick, then that's just misogyny. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sorry. Yeah. The Mahomes do great things for Kansas City. One of the coolest things they did recently, I just learned, is in the new airport. There is one of the first completely handicap accessible indoor playgrounds in an airport. And the Mahomes completely funded it. Totally donated to the airport. So, and they have like quiet rooms for overstimulation and stuff like that, and light sensitivities. Do I think Taylor will go to a KC Current game? Yes. And I actually took a screenshot today. I was hoping to talk to you guys about that. So thank you for the reminder. The Kansas City Current posted today. Let me see if I can find it. I've been taking so many screenshots lately. The Kansas City Current posted today I can't remember what it was. Brittany Mahomes posted or something like that. And they commented underneath it, like, can't wait to see you and Taylor at a game. Or, like, can't wait to see you guys at a Kansas City Current game. It was super cute. Of course, I don't have the screenshot. I probably deleted it on accident, but I'll find it. Yeah, they acknowledged, like, can't wait to see you guys at a game. Which makes me feel like, yeah, they'll definitely go to a game. Brittany's twinning post. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to go screenshot it again because, like I said, I'm sure I deleted it. Okay. Got her. So, Brittany, Kansas City Current is the Kansas City women's soccer team. Brittany and Patrick Mahomes are owners. And the Kansas City Current is in the process of building the very first women's sports dedicated stadium. So, in the world, by the way. It is one of the only ones in the world. Truly only dedicated to hosting women's sports. It's a really huge deal. And Brittany really, like, made that happen. She's done huge things for Kansas City. So, yeah, it's Brittany's twinning post with Taylor. That Instagram carousel of her and Taylor. And then the Kansas City Current commented and said, can't wait to have y'all at Current games. I know it's backwards for you guys. Sorry. But they did comment. So I love that for them. It's a gorgeous stadium right next to the water. I actually have a video of when I went to the New Year's Eve Chiefs game. It shows us going over the bridge that's right next to that stadium and over the water, so you can kind of see where it is. It's an incredible stadium. Yeah, it starts in April, so I don't think, looking at the Eras Tour schedule, I don't think Taylor would be able to be there for the opening, but it runs, I believe, through October, so she would be on break to make it to at least a game or two. So I do expect her to see her at a Kansas City Current game. I think that's, first off, what a show of womanhood. What a show of womanhood and just support, you know. I hope that a lot of celebrities show up to this. Show up to that stadium. Because it's just like, it's something that should happen. Women are a huge market in this world, and like, we haven't tapped into that because we've been too busy catering to men. And men have a lot of money too, and they deserve to be catered to also, but it doesn't need to be an either or. Paul Rudd will totally go. I bet Rob Riggle goes too. Alex Morgan, exactly. No, I think Taylor's going to stay strictly in the arts. I don't think she would go into the beauty business personally. The thing with Taylor is that I think that she'll just begin expanding now at this point, just further into the arts. And we're kind of seeing that already with her announcing a directing project. So that, you know, she's directed her music videos before, but not a feature film. So that's going to be an additional thing. There's always the talk about her writing books. So I think that we could, I don't think she's responsible for Argyle. I think that we could see her write a novel and use her real name. I think obviously, like, writing and producing is important to her. I think that she just, you know, she loves the arts and she loves music. If there's literally still someone in here talking shit about Brittany Mahomes, like, please just mute or block. I don't care. I literally don't care. We don't hate on other women. Yeah, Taylor's a billionaire. Taylor's her real name. Yeah, I agree with you. Who just said that? Kaylin, I wonder if the feature film is the documentary that we've been seeing videos taken for. That's what I believe personally. I think that Taylor's directorial debut is going to be her documentary for the Eras Tour. If there's any huge announcement after tour, I think that would be it, that she's releasing an Eras Tour documentary, recapping the process, you know, backstage stuff, all the ins and outs of getting the tour ready. And I hope they acknowledge the economic impact that the tour's had as well, right? It's a huge thing, and it's important. Yeah, the professional camera that's literally been around at all things, right? All things since the Eras Tour started. I think it would be more like along the lines of Miss Americana. I think we already have the Eras Tour film, so we don't need to see too much of on-stage stuff. I think we're more likely, in my opinion, what I would want to see is like the quick change stuff. The stage dive, how she does that. I want to see maybe like BTS videos of her before Kansas City, before she brought out Taylor Lautner and Joey King and Presley Cash. I want to see the behind the scenes videos of her like, you know, like joking with us, or being like, I can't wait till they see like what we have in store. I want to see behind the scenes of like her and her dancers and her, you know, background singers. Yeah, Scott Swift's videos and stuff like that. I want to see her preparing to bring special guests on stage, especially Jack Antonoff. Yeah. It could also, yeah, it could totally be about the Re-Records documentary as well. That could be tying into it also. Or it could also be a separate standalone thing. I think that's very possible. Yeah. If there's a documentary, do I think Travis could be in it? Yeah, I really do. I think that's possible. I think he would probably be more comfortable being seen more than Joe was in Miss Americana. But I don't know if he would be in it. I think so. I hope so. I've not met Taylor before, sadly. It's like my dream. I would love to. Yeah, Travis is way more open to that than Joe, right? You guys are funny. I don't think she'll bring Travis on stage. I think that's one of those mutual support things, right? Like, I don't think he would want to ever make it feel like she was stealing the spotlight. Thank you guys. That's so nice. Travis does seem very proud to be with her, right? Just like, we've talked about it before, like loving loudly, you know? Exactly. Like, I don't think that she would ever bring Travis on stage the same way that she doesn't go down to the field. Yeah, same thing. A sweet ticket? I don't know. I've never looked. I think it depends. Like, people usually, the way I understand them, if I'm right, people usually like have to buy the suites, right? And you can resell those tickets, but you're sharing the suite with anyone who has a ticket to the suite. I've never looked into buying suite tickets. I know the tickets like directly in front of Taylor's box were going for like still like $600, even for that game the other night. Travis can sing. I did not go to the game last night. I went to the game on New Year's Eve. That was really fun. But I did not go. Was it last night? I think it was. The Teenage Dirtbag duet is one that will haunt my dreams forever. I need to hear it. Same person, different fonts. You see what I'm saying? Honestly, I do think the Chiefs have a good chance at making the Super Bowl. The Chiefs that played Miami was the best looking Chiefs I've seen in a while. And that to me looked like a team that could go to the Super Bowl. So I hope they do. That would be awesome. I would love to see Taylor at the Super Bowl, and she could make it too. Yeah. The Chiefs just looked really good. I did hear them in the back of Britney's Instagram story. Yeah, guys, by the way, if you ever miss my live, like the next morning, I usually post everything to YouTube. My YouTube and Instagram are linked in my TikTok bio. So definitely make sure to follow me on both of those so that if you ever miss a live, you can always check it out. Not that I ever like talk about anything like, you know, super exciting, but if you're trying to work and just like watch a live, you can watch mine. Thank you. That's so cute. It's like hanging out with my buddies late at night. I know. We're just like FaceTiming, having a sleepover. Gossiping, but like in a nice way. It's like nice gossip. You're supposed to be sleeping. I'm sorry. Truthfully, I should be sleeping too. I have to work tomorrow, and I made myself a cup of coffee at 8:30 p.m. tonight. Here I am. It's so cold right now. Yeah. I'm in Kansas City, obviously, but it's too cold. Do I hate any of her exes? I hate a lot of her exes. Listen, if there's no Joe Alwyn haters, then I am dead, because I am a Joe Alwyn hater. Sorry. I wasn't until she was not with him anymore, to be fair. I'm like okay, Taylor, if you're happy, I'm happy kind of girl. But now that she's like very clearly like over it and trying to like timestamp that relationship, we can admit he sucked. And how dumb were we that we heard the entirety of Evermore and we were like, it's fiction. It's so fiction. Tolerate, it's totally fiction. How dumb are we? You're Losing Me is Everything. Hits Different is everything. The fact that we heard like Bejeweled and we immediately weren't like, Miss Ma'am. Oh, good morning, Germany. How are you? Nice to see you coming hanging out. Yeah, right where you left me. We were just... Taylor told us one time that she wrote some fictional stories for Folklore, and we really ate that shit up and applied it to the entire album, didn't we? We were like, no, it's fiction. It's fine. No, keep going. It's fine. I think there are a large part of Folklore and Evermore that are about Joe, yeah. There's a couple reasons I think that. I ultimately think that they were probably more on and off than we were led to believe. And I think Jack Antonoff dating You're Losing Me is a huge indicator of that. Yeah. I think a lot of women could relate to that, Melinda. Like, You're Losing Me is really just like a song about like just slowly letting go of that relationship, you know? It's crazy. Jack is so messy, and I love Jack so much. Here's the thing about Jack. Jack Antonoff took that photo of Taylor Swift recording You're Losing Me, and he was the girly that was like, bitch, right now, I'm going to take a picture and date this in history. This is the day you wrote this song. And trust me, the next time, when you get back together with him, I'm going to show you this picture and I'm going to be like, remember this day? Girl, remember this day? You sang this song and you said all these things about him. Do you remember that? Do you remember that, Taylor? I remember that. And you said you'd never get back with him. I remember that. I remember that. And Taylor was like, it's fine, Jack, it's fine, you know, I'm going to be careful this time. I'm making all of that up, guys. I don't know if it's true. I just tell myself that Jack's a messy bitch. I love that he gave us that screenshot of when it was recorded. It didn't tell me that they've been broken up for years or like anything like that. It just like confirmed to me what I had been suspicious of, which was that I thought that they were more on and off than they led us to believe. And I'll die on that hill. Yes, the Anti-Hero remix was 100% Jack shading Joe Alwyn. Yep. The Bleachers version. There's just a lot now, you know? There's just a lot. Yeah. I'm trying, you know, and I think it's good to like also date Jack and Taylor's relationship when we're talking about this, because Jack and Taylor first started making music together for 1989, right? And so 1989 was Taylor out and about, right? Street style at its maximum, overexposure at the worst it's probably been, creating bops, and then Reputation happened. And then Lover happened, right? And Reputation and Lover, like Reputation is just this like love anthem, right? And then Lover is this anxiety-ridden, so sad album hidden behind the guise of being in love with someone. It's anxiety on paper. Jack Antonoff saw all of that happen in real time. He heard all of those songs recorded in real time and saw them on scratch when they were written. He read those words before they had music to add context to them and helped add the sound to give us context for those. I don't think we will ever see Jack at a Chiefs game. No. To be honest with you, we don't see Jack and Taylor hanging out too much more than besides at work, right? His wedding, yes, but like he's not doing pap walks to go to dinner in New York City with Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that that's the kind of relationship that they have. So no, I don't think we're ever going to see him at a Chiefs game. You know, the more I go along, the more I do believe that Kelly and Miles Teller were the Cupids for Taylor and Travis, especially because looking back on to bring it full circle, the You're Losing Me being recorded in December of 2021, I looked back to see what Taylor was doing in December of 2021. She was promoting Red Taylor's version, and she was filming the I Bet You Think About Me, or I'm sorry, yeah, filming and releasing the I Bet You Think About Me music video with Miles and Kelly Teller. And so it just seems like around the time when all of that was happening, you know what I mean? Yeah. With the addition of the wedding dress, and then, right, she gives us a video of her in the wedding dress from I Bet You Think About Me weeks after she recorded You're Losing Me. She sits down at a piano next to Aaron Dessner and sings Champagne Problems in the wedding dress after she had just put on a track, I Wouldn't Marry Me Either. It just like, there's no way they weren't talking about that on the set of that music video. There's just no way. So yeah, I think that they like definitely were Cupid. And I think it's also like, it's potentially the thing of like, hey, whenever you're ready, like, I know a guy, you know what I mean? And then Taylor learning more about him and like, you know, and then, okay, like, yeah, let's do it. There's a lot of people that people say like we're playing Cupid. I think it's just because they both know a lot of people. to be truthful. I don't consider an acquaintance being Cupid. Like, Rob McElhenney or whatever, people are saying that because he has a relationship with Jason. I don't see that personally. Like, he likes the Eagles, but I don't see him hooking up Taylor Swift with Travis Kelce. It's just like Hollywood that there's so many like different crossover, right? The thing is, like, obviously Kelly Teller and Taylor are very close friends, and they have been now for a while. Miles Teller is a separate friend to Travis Kelce. So there's sort of like multiple connections there, right? That's why I think that that's the Cupid that makes the most sense. I haven't seen any reports about Taylor having troubles with Jason and Kylie, because every time that there's been something about Kylie saying anything about Taylor, Kylie posts a TikTok and shuts the shit down so fast. So no, I don't think there's any troubles. I also don't think they're hanging out regularly. Do you know what I mean? Like, we create this narrative in our head of like, oh, Taylor's hanging out with the whole Kelce family, and like, she's probably not. How often do you hang out with your boyfriend's entire family? It's not like every night, for sure. So I think we need to like cool it. Do you know what I mean? Kylie has a whole ass family. Like, she's not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that they've met and I'm sure that they're friendly and like, it's fine. But like, what is there even to be beef about? Yeah, I'm with you, Chloe. I wouldn't be even surprised if she hasn't met them yet. I feel like she has at least met Jason and Kylie over FaceTime. Just because of the podcast and stuff, because we know that Travis has recorded the podcast when Taylor's been in town. So just like, I'm guessing they've met each other over FaceTime. I'm, speculating that, but yeah, there's a chance they haven't even met in person. So I think it's wild to think they could even have like, that they have even anything to have beef over. What's to have beef over? Hi, in Europe. I wish I was in Europe right now. And I think it's also, you guys, like, as playoffs continue on, we need to remember Travis is going to get more and more and more and more focused on football. We are going to see, my guess is that we're going to see a lot less of couple outings until season is done. I think he's mostly going to stay pretty quiet. I think that we can expect to see Taylor make a public outing in New York almost every week. So that people know she's not with Travis in Kansas City, she will be showing herself out at least once or twice a week in New York to prove that she's not in Kansas City with Travis to, mess with his head or whatever. So like, just keep it in mind. I do think we can expect to see Taylor at every single playoff game. So I'm not too worried about the like, oh, they're not into each other anymore. But, just like from Swiftie perspective, just like chill. I don't think that we're going to see tons of public outings of them right now. While playoffs are happening. Yeah, eventually she'll have to start getting ready for tour. It just is a fact of life. The Eras Tour starts up again in Tokyo, February 7th, I believe. I know, right? Thanks for coming to hang out, you guys. That's so much fun. I love the pictures of them leaving the stadium. I think they look so cute together. And I was like, I always mentally compare it to the very first picture of them after the game that we got in Kansas City, how they were like nervous to hold each other's hands, it seemed like. And then like, the one that we saw of them yesterday was just like them just being super confident and leaving the game with Patrick and Brittany. It was just really cute. Will she prepare for the tour in New York or LA? I don't know. I think that's up to her. Travis's outfit looked so good. I mean, like, you guys know I love Travis Kelce. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, Riley, about a $5 engagement ring. That's a weird thing to say. Who has a $5 engagement ring? Don't mute him. Let him say it. Who has a $5 engagement ring? Because, like, first off, it's really weird to shame people over the amount of their jewelry. That's weird. Second, I think you're talking about me because I have this ring on. This isn't a $5 engagement ring. This is my push present from when my son was born. My wedding ring is getting resized, so fuck off. People are so weird. Thank you. I love this ring too. Also a lot more than $5, but that's fine. Thank you. I love it too. It's my son's birthstone. People are just like so annoying. Imagine having no life and then being like, meh, your jewelry doesn't make me happy. Yeah, it's his, well, I'm 34, so, I do think that's young. I don't think it's too young to have a kid. Yeah. People are so weird. Like, that's the thing, is that, like, just people are just so weird. That's why I just block. I just block and delete people, and I don't care. I don't care. There's a thing going on right now, just, like, traveling around and, like, creators on TikTok about people deleting comments. I don't give a shit. I have every right to delete comments. Is sun sign, like, my first, like, when I was born? Is that what sunshine is? I'm not good with astrology. I'm a Libra. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Yeah, no, I don't care. I just delete. I don't care. If it's not super egregious, I usually delete the comment and then I'll just, like, whatever. If they want to try to say it nicer, they can. But if they're nasty, I block them. There's a couple people that comment and say shit like, oh, I wish I didn't have to see this. And, like, one thing I've been saying to people is, like, feel free to scroll next time, because, like, all this does is bring hate to my page, you weirdo. Good night to Uruguay. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. But anyways, what I'm saying is, like, if you ever hear people talking shit about creators blocking people, like, tell them that they need to touch grass. Because, like, I feel like you have every right to block people who are not bringing you joy. Quit being shitty on the internet. I agree. She should hire Ross at this point. Because, like, the grip that man had on the back of her coat as to not let her fall out of the sweets was very nice. Very nice. Green is the color of the grass they need to touch. My block list is like 5 miles long. I don't think there's a limit. I don't think Kayla dissed Taylor, did she? I don't think she did. My whole family likes the Chiefs. My husband was born and raised a Bronco fan, so he still is, like, primarily a Bronco fan. But we also are both not jerks. So, like, I root for the Broncos when it's not the Chiefs, and he roots for the Chiefs when it's not the Broncos. So, yeah. The Chiefs in playoffs, like, he supports me, so he supports the Chiefs. Me and my son are Chiefs fans, though. There is a law in Kansas City about car tint. I don't know what exactly it is, but there is one. And Travis technically lives in Kansas, and I think theirs is even stricter, so I don't know. Which eras nights did I go to? I went to Kansas City night 1 and night 2. And it was incredible. I have some videos on my page. A joint Yankees-Mets household. That's so funny. My husband and I joke all the time that, like, if nothing else, we just, like, unite in our hate against the Raiders. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're, like, my son and, like, we, like, all support the Avalanche. You know what I mean? My surprise songs were, okay, God, let me remember. So night 1, it was Never Grow Up and When Emma Falls in Love. And then night 2, it was Last Kiss and Dorothea. And I loved them. Honestly, Kansas City night 1 was the Speak Now release party with, like, Taylor Lautner and the I Can See You music video. So that night was super fun. I liked the surprise songs during night 2 better. Like, Never Grow Up is one of my favorites, but, like, I don't care too much for When Emma Falls in Love. So night 2, Last Kiss and Dorothea were, like, really good for me. And I liked my seats better night 2. So I just had a really good experience both nights. It was so much fun. Yeah, night 2, Kansas City night 2 was the night that Travis went to as well. You're seeing more and more hate comments about Taylor. Yeah, people leave them up to get engagement. I don't. That's why I just delete and block people. But, like, yeah, people leave them up to get engagement. It's so weird. Exile won the lottery and Evermore. Oh my gosh, it's after midnight here, you guys. I'm gonna go. It's too late for me. Again, I'll upload this on YouTube tomorrow at some point. Thank you for hanging out with me, you guys. I love you all very, very much. If you're not following me, please, at this point, what are you doing? Give me a follow, please. Please, let me quit my job. I love you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. I love you, I love you, I love you. I'll have some videos dropping tomorrow. Can't wait for you guys to see them. Have a great night. Okay, bye.